Many men over 60 believe their fading energy, low drive, and declining performance are simply the price of aging. But what if I told you the real reason might not be your age at all? What if the missing piece is sitting right on your plate, overlooked every single day? I'm Dr. James Carter, a men's health specialist with more than 30 years of experience, helping men regain their strength, confidence, and vitality without pills, gimmicks, or shame. And today I'll reveal three powerful vegetables that can reignite your energy, restore your performance, and bring back that spark you thought was gone forever. Before we dive in, I want to know, where are you watching this from? Let me know in the comments. And if you're a man over 60 who wants to feel alive again, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss these life-changing health tips. Because what you're about to discover isn't just about food, it's about a simple daily routine that can make you feel stronger, younger, and more alive starting today. Let's begin with the first vegetable, the foundation of male vitality after 60. Let's start with the foundation of male vitality after 60. Circulation. Without strong blood flow, energy fades, confidence weakens, and performance becomes harder to hold on to. There is one simple vegetable that can flip that switch back on, a food that most men walk past in the grocery store without even thinking. Yet when you use it correctly, you can feel the difference in just days. I remember a patient named Richard. He was 64 years old, a father of four, and had spent his entire life as a carpenter. His hands were rough, his voice deep. But that day he leaned across my desk and said quietly, "Doctor, I just don't feel like myself anymore. The fire is gone." I've heard that same line countless times. Most men expect me to hand them a prescription or a quick fix. But the truth is, it's not always about hormones. It's about circulation. When blood flow slows, everything suffers. Your stamina decreases, your mind becomes cloudy, even intimacy becomes harder to enjoy. But here's the good news. The solution has been hiding in plain sight. Beets. Yes, this humble root vegetable is one of nature's most powerful sources of nitric oxide. The natural nitrates in beets are transformed by your body into nitric oxide, which relaxes and widens your blood vessels, improving circulation from head to toe. When blood moves freely, the strain on your heart decreases. Your muscles receive more oxygen. And yes, your performance in the bedroom often improves faster than you expect. I told Richard to try a simple experiment. No pills, no pressure, just half a cup of cooked beets with lunch or a small glass of beet juice in the morning. 2 weeks later, he walked back into my office with a grin. "My wife told me to thank you," he said. "I don't know what's in those things, but they're working." This isn't unusual. Study after study confirms that beets can lower blood pressure, improve stamina, and restore vascular health, especially for men over 60. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet. You don't need exotic powders or expensive supplements. You just need one small addition each day. Blend beets into a smoothie. Roast them with olive oil and a little salt, or simply boil and slice them into your salad. It's that easy. And here's something to remember. When circulation improves, life improves. Walking becomes easier. Climbing stairs no longer feels like a struggle. Even holding your partner's hand carries more meaning. This is not just about stamina. It's about soul. It's about reclaiming the man you know yourself to be. So let me ask you, if you believe something as simple as a vegetable could change the way you feel, type the number 1 in the comments. If you're still unsure, type 0. Your response helps me know how to guide you better. Because beets are more than food, they are a first step. A step toward bringing back your power, your presence, and your life. And if circulation is the foundation, then hormones are the fuel. That brings us to the second vegetable one that helps restore your natural testosterone levels. If circulation is the foundation, then hormones are the fire. They are the silent power that drives energy, confidence, and desire. After 60, testosterone begins to decline quietly. Not in a dramatic way, but little by little, year after year. One day you wake up and you hardly recognize the man in the mirror. I remember a patient named Edward. He was 68 years old, witty, sharp-minded, but something in his eyes had dimmed. He told me, "Doctor, I'm not depressed. I'm just exhausted. I wake up tired. I have no desire to do anything." It's like the fire is gone, even though my body's still here. It takes courage to say that out loud. And like many men, Edward didn't realize that testosterone plays a central role in that slow fading of strength and drive. Now I'm not talking about injections or bodybuilder treatments. I'm talking about your natural levels, the ones your body once produced easily, the ones that keep your energy steady, your mood balanced, and your confidence alive. Here's the hopeful truth. Supporting testosterone doesn't always require medicine. Sometimes all it takes is food. And one of the most powerful foods is spinach. Yes, the same leafy green you may have pushed aside on your plate as a child. Spinach is rich in magnesium. This mineral helps release bound testosterone in your body because when testosterone is bound, it can't be used. But when it's freed, your body comes alive again. Spinach also carries folate, which nourishes your blood and nerves. Like beets, it contains natural plant-based nitrates that boost circulation. And importantly, spinach supports the prostate, a small gland closely linked to male hormone balance and sexual health. I advised Edward to start simple. 1 cup of boiled spinach every day. Mix it into an omelet, blend it into a smoothie, or saute it with garlic and olive oil. 3 weeks later, he returned to my office standing taller, his eyes brighter. He smiled and said, "I've been walking more. I'm sleeping better and even flirting with my wife again. She says I feel like a new man." That's the quiet power of spinach. It doesn't promise miracles. It simply gives your body what it's been missing. Your system knows what to do once you give it the right signals. Spinach helps lift mood. It restores focus. It strengthens energy in a way that feels natural, not forced. And the message here is simple. Aging doesn't have to mean fading. Your hormones don't have to collapse. You can support them in a natural, gentle way. So let me ask you, do you eat spinach regularly? Type yes if you do or no if you don't in the comments below. I want to know how many of you are already giving your body this natural support. Because when you start adding spinach, you're not just eating a vegetable. You're reminding your body how to feel strong again. It's a signal, a spark, a step toward becoming the man you still are inside. And while spinach rekindles the inner fire, there's another vegetable that fuels the engine of endurance, the one that helps you stay energized from morning until night without crashing. Let's talk about it next. If spinach helps restore your inner fire, then sweet potatoes fuel your engine. They are the steady power source that keeps you moving through the day. By the time men reach their 60s and 70s, I hear the same complaint over and over. "Doctor, I'm not lazy. I'm just tired all the time. No matter what I do, I can't seem to keep my energy up." That's exactly what a patient named George told me. He was 71 years old, a retired firefighter, tough as nails, but carrying a heavy weight. "Doc," he said, "I walk, I eat less, I try to stay active. But by midday, I'm done. It's like someone pulled the plug." It's one of the most common struggles I see. That dragging uphill feeling, the sense that every step costs more energy than you have. And here's the truth. It's not always age that's to blame. It's the way your body uses fuel. Around 60, blood sugar regulation begins to change. Small imbalances can cause big problems. Brain fog, mood swings, sudden crashes that leave you drained. But there is a natural stabilizer. One humble food that keeps energy steady instead of letting it spike and fall. The sweet potato. Now I know what you might be thinking. Isn't that a carb? Aren't carbs bad? Not this one. Sweet potatoes have a low glycemic index. That means they release energy, slowly giving your body a clean, steady burn. No sudden surges, no exhausting crashes, just reliable fuel. On top of that, sweet potatoes are rich in potassium, which supports your heart rhythm, your muscles, and your fluid balance. A medium sweet potato has more potassium than a banana without all the extra sugar. Add in the fiber, antioxidants, manganese, and vitamin A, and you've got more than food, you've got real nourishment. When I suggested this to George, he was doubtful. He thought cutting carbs was the only way to feel better. But I told him the truth. Your body doesn't need fewer calories, it needs better fuel. So I had him try something simple. For lunch or dinner, roast half a sweet potato with olive oil and a pinch of sea salt. That's it. 2 weeks later, George came back smiling. He said, "I haven't needed my afternoon naps. I've been fixing things around the house again. My wife keeps asking what's gotten into me. That's the power of sweet potatoes. They don't just fill your stomach, they feed your brain, they steady your hormones, they give your muscles what they need to move with ease. And the best part, it's not about restriction, it's about eating smarter. So let me ask you, if you enjoy sweet potatoes, type SP in the comments. If you've avoided them, type skip. I want to see how many of you are ready to use this fuel the right way. Because when you combine sweet potatoes with beets and spinach, something remarkable happens. Circulation, hormones, endurance. Together they create a rhythm that keeps you strong and steady every single day. And that leads us to the next step. Not just knowing which vegetables to eat, but learning how to put them together into a daily routine that works with your body, not against it. Knowing which vegetables to eat is powerful, but knowing how to use them together every single day is what transforms your life. That's why I call it the vegetable protocol. It's not a diet. It's not about counting calories or cutting out the foods you love. It's about rhythm, feeding your body at the right time with the right fuel. When men sit across from me worn out, frustrated, or discouraged, their real question is simple. Where do I even start? The answer is structure, a plan that's simple enough to follow yet powerful enough to change how you feel. Here's what I tell them. Start your morning with circulation, a half cup of cooked beets, or a small glass of beetroot juice. This primes your blood flow, opens your vessels, and turns on your body's electrical grid. At midday, focus on hormones. 1 cup of spinach boiled or sautéed, stirred into your eggs, or blended into a smoothie. That's how you rebuild your foundation, signaling your body to free testosterone and restore balance. And in the evening, finish with endurance. Half of a roasted sweet potato with dinner. It gives your body clean, steady fuel to end the day strong and prevents those nighttime blood sugar drops that leave you waking up tired or restless. It's not just the vegetables that matter, it's the timing. Each one supports the other. Morning, midday, and evening. Circulation, hormones, endurance. When you follow this rhythm, something happens. Most men feel a difference in just 7 days. A lighter step, clearer focus, a spark in the eyes they thought was gone. And the longer you continue, the stronger it gets. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about building momentum. Fuel that works with you instead of against you. I've seen men in their 70s tell me they've started hiking again. They're gardening, laughing, even saying yes to intimacy they had once turned away from. Not because they're trying to be 25 again, but because they've learned to give their body the attention it deserves. That's the quiet power of the vegetable protocol. It's not flashy, it's not extreme, but it works. And here's the best part. You can start today. No prescription, no waiting, just one plate, one choice, one routine at a time. So let me ask you, would you be willing to try this simple 3-step routine for 1 week? Type yes if you're ready or no if you're not sure yet. Your answer matters because it tells me how committed you are to reclaiming your energy. Remember, this is not about being perfect. It's about consistency. It's about choosing strength, clarity, and life. Because when you put beets, spinach, and sweet potatoes together in the right way, you're not just eating food. You're restoring the man you've always been. And now that you know the protocol, let's bring everything together. Because food is only the first step. What truly matters is the belief that you can still change no matter your age. That's what we'll talk about in our conclusion. After more than 30 years of working with men just like you, I've heard the same words repeated in different ways. I don't feel like myself anymore. Sometimes it was exhaustion. Sometimes it was a fading drive. Other times it was just a quiet ache, like a switch inside had turned off. And every time my answer is the same. You are not broken. You are not finished. Your body still has the power to live fully. It only needs the right resources. That's why we focused on 3 simple vegetables. Beets to restore circulation, spinach to support hormones, sweet potatoes to fuel steady endurance. And when you put them together in the vegetable protocol morning, midday, and evening, you give yourself a rhythm of strength. Not a diet, not restriction, but a return to the natural flow your body has been waiting for. I've seen men stand taller, eyes brighter, marriages rekindled, and confidence renewed simply by taking these daily steps. And if there's one thing I want you to remember, it's this. You don't need to chase youth. You don't need to be the man you were at 25. You can be strong, clear, and alive today at 65, 70, and beyond. So start small. A glass of beet juice, a cup of spinach, half a sweet potato. Each one is a vote for the man you still are. If this message speaks to you, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more practical health advice made for men like you. Your next chapter of strength begins with one simple choice, one plate, one day, starting now.